But if I had to choose at least one thing I remember on that day, would be when I was telling a testimony hours prior to this event. And I said, God is great. And my son hollered out, sitting on the floor, minding his business. He said, no, mama, God is great. That is what's keeping me going, because a 6-year-old was able to tell me that God is great when I just say God is good.
That was Courtney Hunter you just heard, the mom of 6-year-old Winston Hunter, who died 1 year ago today in Orangeburg County. Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 19 at 6. I'm Rachel Ripp. Winston was killed on May 13th of last year during a late-night drive-by shooting in the town of Woodford. His family says they just had returned from a family gathering before his death. Orangeburg County deputies say a car drove past their home on McLean Street around 11:35 p.m. and multiple people in the car shot at the home. Police say the shooter shot at the wrong house, meaning to either buy or rob a different house for marijuana. Well, today the community took a stand against gun violence while also mourning Winston's death. Winston's family hosted a memorial walk and service this afternoon. News 19's Nate Stanley spoke with the family about the event and how their lives have changed a year after losing Winston.
As a community, as a church, as a county, as a country, to make a difference in our life. And if we only reach one, if we can get one gun down, if we can save one child.
Cries for change echoed through the town of North Saturday morning, all with the same goal: end gun violence. It comes a year after the tragic shooting death of Winston O'Connor Hunter.
Winston was full of joy. Winston had an old soul and a little body. He was very family oriented. He loved to have fun. He had loved school.
Winston was in his house Friday, May 13th, 2022, when a bullet from a drive-by shooting struck and killed him. Now, a year later, his mother, Courtney Hunter, says her family is still working through the tragedy.
Just trying to get through the day. When those days seems to get long, I start taking it moment by moment just for me to get through the day. The pain is still there. The anger is still there. The frustration is still there. But each day, we try to live as what would Winston do.
On Saturday, she teamed up with members of the Orangeburg community, law enforcement, and other families of gun violence victims to host a violence prevention parade and memorial service.
No, we know that y'all can come out now. Now that y'all out, we can make a difference.
The parade kicked off in the morning, and everyone gathered in the North Town Square to talk about the pain and resolutions to a gun violence epidemic that hits close to home.
He may not be here physically, but we definitely want to keep him going, keep his name alive.
In attendance Saturday was Orangeburg Sheriff Leroy Ravenel.
Majority of our gun violence right now is in our neighborhoods, in our communities. So an event like this brings it back home, where the gun violence really, where it's really happening.
Courtney says she still prays and talks to Winston on a daily basis and knows he's proud of all the work they're doing.
He is saying, go mama, go mama, go mama. He was like, yes, my dream is coming true day by day. I can see now he rooting me on. So I can just see him up there dancing and rooting me on.
Reporting in Orangeburg, Nate Stanley, News 19, WLTX.
Within just a month of Winston's death, all 4 suspects had been found and arrested. All 4 were originally taken in by New York investigators, charged and then brought back to Orangeburg County. They were found in a small town named Ontario near Rochester, New York. The suspects' age ranged between 18 and 20 years old at the time of the shooting.